How fitting is it that on Boxing Day, Jimmy Thelin gets a knockout blow? Welcome back to Fog Football for your quick 3pm reaction. But we're going to kick off with Celtic 4, Motherwell 0. There was a controversial penalty decision in this game. Now in the review show we'll go into more depth, but right here, right now, with one looking at it, I don't think it was a penalty.
No, I don't think it was a penalty either. This was a crucial one as well, right on the brink of half-time. Had it not been given, it would have been 0-0 at the break. Celtic would have been level, fans would be getting a bit restless, but referee gave it. And Celtic went on to win by 4-0. Pretty much wraps up the league. It doesn't wrap up the league, but here, it puts Motherwell into a wee bubble wrap. And that's all I've got to say.
That's plenty, like Dexter would, but honestly, I don't think it was a penalty. The goalie's just not caught him. And so Yang throws himself to the ground. But here, maybe it's just one of those things. Maybe it's just a wee... Is there a pattern of assistance going on? Who knows? But Celtic still win 4-0. But as you said, it changes games. And goals do change games. Because Dundee 0, Ross County 3. Insane result.
I didn't see this coming.
Your bet.
On it. Yeah, snookered my bet. Beat my bet. Cost me more money. But I'm used to it. The gambling world, it is not kind. It is tough. It's hard. It's ferocious out there. Ruthless. And that's what Ross County were today. Ruthless Ross County beating Dundee by 3-0 and improving their relegation survival hopes. So big victory there for Ross County. Another team that needs a victory but got nowhere near one today was Aberdeen. Lost 4-0 to Kilmarnock at home. I predicted Kelly to win this game. I thought at best Aberdeen would get a draw. I mean, at best they couldn't even get a narrow defeat here. Shocking performance. Good win for Kelly. And honestly, questions I think will soon have to be getting asked for Jimmy Thelin. I'm not suggesting that he's a couple of games away from possibly getting sacked, but I do believe all this hype around him being great, him being this messiah, him being... Like, people are saying he's the best manager since Ferguson, and I think that is incredibly harsh on Derek McInnes. It's mental, man, how people can be so narrow-minded and just want to remember 15 games. Recent bias history. I mean, that's all. It was a decent start to the season, but I remember saying all the time, oh, look, they only won 2-1 there, they were lucky, or they haven't been tested yet. You know, they had a pretty easy start to the season. And Aberdeen fans, they were quick, weren't they, to throw that back at people. What do you mean we haven't been tested? You're just jealous, you're better this, you're better that. And yeah, when they beat Hearts, I got the whole not being tested thing thrown at me. But look at Hearts, we're shite, and we were still the better team that day. And then they got a 2-2 draw against Celtic. Here, and congratulations. Right, that was a great draw. No doubt about it. Not ripping the piss.
It was a morale victory.
It might have been a point, but it felt like free to come back from 2-0 down. And then they got the win against Rangers at a time where, let's be honest, man, Rangers were not playing well, and I think everyone expected Aberdeen to win that night. However, since then, that 6-0 absolute tanking in the Scottish League Cup semi-final, and then it's just been a downward spiral. So here, Jimmy Thelin, he's got a big job to do, but he's quickly undone all of his good work, and I think that he massively needs something. At this point, I'll be shocked. I'm going to say it, I'll be shocked if they finish third.
Yeah, next game is the new firm derby.
I believe it's 1 point if Dundee United beat them at Tannadice.
That'll be 3 points, but still, 3 points is... Yo.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the league table right now, my friend. But anyway, that's for later on. But yeah, as final thoughts on Aberdeen, the bubbles burst. And I think it was that 6-0 that killed them. But then, St Johnstone defeated 2-1 by Dundee United. They went 1-0 up. They could have went above Hearts. They could have cemented Hearts to the bottom of this table, but they didn't. To save your Boxing Day. I think to save your Boxing Day, you need a bet up. But Dundee United got 2 goals. They got a man sent off, but they still got over the line. And they are singing till they go home. Dundee United in fine form. Jim Goodwin building on that 0-0 game against Celtic. And guess what, guys? One more game to go.
Rangers. One more game to go. St Mirren, they'll be looking to build into a European place. They can go above Motherwell if they defeat Rangers. Unlikely, but they're a good team.
They are a good team.
St Mirren tend to give Rangers close games.
Rangers away form is absolutely horrific. As for both starting 11s, I mean, it's pretty much what you would expect. Jack Butland returns, but Aberdeen, just to point out, they've got 2 games on Premier Sports within the next 10 days. So that's
2 away games, 2 tough games against 2 teams that are chasing them down. And honestly, man, if Aberdeen lose both of those games, they're not in a good place. Anyway, speaking of a good place, Hibernian did win the Edinburgh Derby. We've already spoke about it. But one last thing before we end it here. We know that Kelly and Hibs have had really poor starts to the season, but both teams are now only 3 points behind St Mirren. And both teams are only 5 points behind Motherwell. And Motherwell's considered to have had a great start to the season, so does that not show you just how close it is? Just if you can get a decent run of form, shows how quickly you can climb up the league table. And see if Hearts got the appointment right. See if they didn't bring in Critchley and actually brought in somebody good. I said it at the time. I think Hearts can still finish 4th. Now, with hindsight, if I knew Aberdeen were going to drop off this badly, I think Hearts could have still finished 3rd if they got the right manager, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah, that is the reality there. But you know what, guys? The reality is this was the quick Boxing Day knockout blow. We've delivered it to you. We'll be back later with a match review of Rangers St Mirren and then the big in-depth review show. So I'm looking forward to that. And then guess what? We've got to do it all again for the weekend.
Love it. Great stuff.
Can't get enough of it. Oh yeah. Till then. Peace.